Hello everyone, and welcome to the Motivational Mike. I'm your host, Jacob. At 16 years old, I'm a cancer survivor and amputee, and I'm here to share stories of resilience, hope, and inspiration. Before I get started, I would love to thank you for joining me on this journey. After battling a rare bone cancer and overcoming significant challenges, I've learned that our stories have the power to uplift and motivate others. Through this podcast, I aim to bring you powerful stories from incredible people who have faced adversity and emerged stronger. I want to provide a safe place where everyone feels accepted. Whether you're seeking inspiration or looking for advice on overcoming obstacles, you're in the right place. I can assure you that. Let's dive in and get inspired together.
The Motivational Mike is proudly sponsored by SHKPT. Dr. Seth Kaufman, PT, DPT, is a licensed physical therapist in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, offering direct access to top-tier care. As a mobile concierge physical therapist, Seth provides a unique, one-on-one, hands-on experience that stands apart from traditional physical therapy models. Seth specializes in a variety of joint mobilizations and techniques designed to alleviate orthopedic pain, reduce chronic joint pain, and retrain the nervous system, helping your body feel less pain. Choose Dr. Seth Kaufman for a personalized approach to your physical therapy needs. Experience the difference today. Ready to book your session? Contact Dr. Seth Kaufman at 215-499-5773 or visit www.shkptvertigo.com. That's 215-499-5773 or online at www.shkptvertigo.com.
In this first of I hope many episodes, I'm going to start by sharing my story. Some of you listening probably know a little bit about me, but for those newcomers, here it goes. I like to say that I've lived a pretty normal childhood. I was born in New Jersey and lived there until I was about 8 years old when I moved with my mom and sister to Pennsylvania. I was your average boy. I loved sports, played basketball and baseball, loved going to camp, hanging out with my friends, and enjoyed school. Pretty normal stuff. When I was 11, I tried out for the travel baseball team, and I made it. Although, right around this time, I'd started experiencing some pain in my right leg. It came and went, but it didn't stop me from practicing with my new baseball team in the preseason. For months, I dealt with this horrendous pain, and eventually, my pediatrician told my mom that I had growing pains, and I needed to just stretch and keep active. Sounded about right for an active 11-year-old. However, one memorable night, in March of 2019, I woke up with severe pain and we rushed to the urgent care. From there, it went downhill, fast. I left school that Friday, not realizing I'd really never go back. The urgent care did an x-ray, and we were immediately sent to CHOP's main hospital in Philadelphia. It was late at night when an oncologist uttered the two words that would go on to change my life forever. It's cancer. Immediately, I was thrown right into it, not truly understanding the scope of what was happening. I was only in 5th grade after all. Biopsies and medical tests replaced baseball practice and schoolwork every single day for a whole week, and then a few days later, I was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma, a very rare type of bone cancer. Treatment included 14 rounds of immense chemotherapy, 2 major surgeries, one 12-hour surgery to save my leg, which didn't provide clear margins, and an amputation. The amputation was to give me the best shot of living a life cancer-free. While the journey was long and treacherous, I am one of the lucky ones. Today, as I record this podcast, I'm a 16-year-old, rising junior in high school, and 4.5 years cancer-free. In January of 2020, I had my right leg amputated above the knee, and I was set to start physical therapy to learn how to walk and run so that I could get back into sports. That was all I could think about. But life threw me another curveball, COVID. So when the world shut down, I taught myself how to walk with my prosthetic leg, and I started sharing motivational videos on my Instagram page. As bad as things were, I knew they could always be worse, and with everyone in lockdown, I wanted to cheer people up. Fast forward a few years, and that brings us to this podcast. I really enjoyed making and sharing those videos, and now, a few years later, I'm ready to take it to the next level. When I first got sick, my mom told me, "This doesn't define you. You have the power to make what you want with all of this." And that is my plan. As bad as things were for me, I knew they could always be worse. I practically lived at CHOP for most of 2019 and met many kids as young as 2 and as old as 18 who are also fighting for their lives. Heartbreaking to say, not everyone lived. Some I met at the very start of their journeys, some toward the end, and even worse, some that were back because they had a reoccurrence. I'm only 16, but I take every opportunity to speak for all the pediatric cancer warriors, survivors, and more importantly, those who lost their battles to this disgusting illness. Each year, it's estimated that 10,000 children in the U.S. under the age of 15 will be diagnosed with a form of cancer, and that's just the U.S. Furthermore, nearly 1,000 children under the age of 15 are expected to be diagnosed with terminal cancer, and there is nothing that we can do about it right now. You may be thinking, why? Did you know that only 4% of all cancer funding goes to pediatric cancer research? Crazy, right? How is it okay that 96% of all donations goes towards adults? And how is it fair that innocent kids' lives are being swiped away from them? I said it before, and I will say it again. I am one of the lucky ones, and I would not be alive if it weren't for the amazing people who supported me on my journey. From doctors, to family members, to friends, and even my own community. But would you believe me if I told you that the toxic poison I received was first reported in the early 1960s? That's more than 60 years ago. We now have electric cars, virtual reality, and there are even areas where technology has taken over people's jobs. Yet we can't get more advanced treatment for such a widespread disease? We must do better. Cancer affects everyone, whether we know someone who has battled it, or we have faced it ourselves. By sharing stories and conducting interviews, I aim to highlight and honor the organizations that have supported me and many others. I want to use this platform to raise awareness and funds to make a meaningful difference. Before I sign off, I would love to thank you for tuning in to the first ever episode of The Motivational Mike. I hope you found today's story as inspiring and uplifting as I did. Remember, no matter what challenges you face, there's always hope and strength within you to overcome them. As we wrap up, I'd like to leave you with a motivational tip to carry with you throughout the week. Set clear goals. Setting clear goals is the foundation of achieving success. Define what you want to achieve. Break it into smaller, more manageable tasks, and take it step by step. Stay focused, stay motivated, and be sure to celebrate each milestone along the way. Surround yourself with support people who believe in you, encourage you, and hold you accountable. Until next time, keep striving for greatness and never stop believing in yourself. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, share, and leave a review. Together, we can spread positivity and make a difference. Join me next time for more incredible stories and insights. Until then, stay motivated and keep pushing forward. Thank you for listening, and see you next time on The Motivational Mike.